Here closer to home with Thanksgiving and the start of holiday travel season upon us, a lot of us are wondering, what do we do? Plan the trip to see family and friends, or do we stay home? Well, Governor Cuomo just changed New York's travel rules, so we will no longer have that 14-day quarantine list of states. Instead, travelers arriving in New York will have to quarantine for 3 days, plus take COVID tests before and after they arrive. Now, if you leave for less than 24 hours or you venture into one of our neighboring states, the rules change. You confused yet? Well, News 4's CHENG live at LaGuardia Airport to kind of clear things up for us. Paisy, we're all ears.
Yeah, Natalie, if you are okay with taking multiple COVID tests, then it could be easier for you to see your family this Thanksgiving. You don't have to quarantine for the 14 days. But travel industry experts hope that these new rules will also give tourism a major boost. Inside a cavernous and empty LaGuardia Airport, we saw just a few travelers, like the Millers, who are on their way to Miami.
We're going to have our masks on and hope for the best.
New York's mandatory 14-day quarantine policy from COVID-19 hotspots has kept tourists away.
For some people, being in quarantine for 14 days isn't the most realistic thing.
As coronavirus cases spike nationwide, including neighboring states, Governor Cuomo adopted a new policy, and it's all about testing. Here's how it works. If you're traveling from another state, you must test negative for COVID within 3 days of coming to New York. And then upon arrival, quarantine for 3 days and get a negative test on the 4th. Travelers out of state for less than 24 hours do not need to quarantine, but must get a test on day 4 of arrival back in New York.
I don't think that the governor should make it overly onerous to travel from one state to the next. It's not helping the economy.
Not everyone supported the vigorous testing, but tourism experts say this could be one way to get people to visit New York again. Since March 1st, New York State has lost $41.6 billion tourism-related dollars.
I think this opens the door significantly. I think this provides a lot of clarity without diminishing the safety of New York State residents.
Local health departments are responsible for enforcement. Upon arriving in New York, visitors must fill out a travel form, and health inspectors will follow up with them during their visit.
I think it's much easier, and I think it makes it much easier for everybody else. I mean, I don't want to be home for 2 weeks if I'm COVID-free.
It's the smartest thing to quarantine, I would say. However, I understand if people have their lives that they need to get to and just want to take the test.
And if you travel from neighboring states like Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Connecticut, you won't be subject to those same rules. Also, states that don't have a lot of COVID cases. This all takes effect on Wednesday. We're live from LaGuardia tonight. CHENG, News 4 New York.